minute. One more student is joined. Rushabh Shah is joined. Okay. Wait 1 minute. Still students are coming. Hello. Good morning, Rushabh Shah. Hello. Good morning to everyone. And today is a very important and a very interesting topic. Okay. That is new topic. Are you able to hear my voice now? To everyone.
Yes, sir.
My voice is audible to everyone clearly. Okay. So today we are going to discussing the one more new model. So that is hydraulics and pneumatics. According to your syllabus, VTU syllabus, this is the second model. But according to the class, this is the third model. Okay. Already we are completed the first model and the body metallurgy model. These two models we are going to already completed. So we are entered to the next model, that is hydraulics and pneumatics. Okay. If you go through the syllabus, it's very simple. Means within 2 lines the syllabus is going to got over. But many concepts, many things, many images, many diagrams, many concepts will be there in the hydraulics and pneumatics. Okay. Very interesting, and it's a very important for your future also. For after the completion of engineering, maybe they ask about the hydraulics and pneumatics. I hope you are studied in the fourth semester or maybe fifth semester, I don't know. Hydraulics and pneumatics subject maybe you have. Okay. So I will start to share the screen, then slide I prepared for your understanding purpose and your more convenient purpose. I prepared the slide. So I'll start. I'm going to share the slides. Yes. Are you able to see this image? This image is appear to everyone. Please reply me on anyone.
Yes, sir.
Slide is fully offered clearly.
Yes, sir.
Yes. The model number 3, not this is actually according to the class. According to the syllabus, this is second model. Okay, don't confuse in that. Okay, hydraulics and pneumatic systems and actuators. Very important and very helpful for your jobs and all. Very helpful for your knowledge. Means it's if you understand the hydraulics and pneumatics, at least you will be survive in your future anywhere in the industry, or you can design field, maybe a production, or you can a thermal. Okay. Before discussing the hydraulics and pneumatic system actuators, in this model, what are the topics are there? What are the topics we need to study? I will discuss that. Then I will go for the syllabus. So according to me, hydraulics and pneumatics in this model, 4 important concepts are there. Very important thing is main. I am going to be dividing 4. Okay, because first one is hydraulics. First we need to understand. Very first we need to understand what is the hydraulic system. What is the meaning of? What is the meaning of that? Yes or no? Then we will go for the again we will go for the what are the applications of hydraulic system, where we are going to actually applying. Okay. Then what is the advantage for that? 1 minute. Many students are think I will allow them. Okay. Okay, Yogesh has joined. Okay. Hello, Yogesh. Hello, Yogesh.
Come, come.
Okay, okay. Hello, hello.
जीजे नंबर क्या है करत रे
Hello,
जीजे
Yogesh.
के
Please mute your
हमारे 80 किलो 90 किलो जैसे
our mute your voice itself. Please, everyone has to mute it. Okay. Please don't disturb the class. Okay. So okay, I will continue the slide. Okay. Hydraulics and pneumatics. The first, the 4 concept I am going to discussing. The first thing is hydraulics, pneumatics. Whatever the applications, and what are the advantages. Then what is the meaning of hydraulic? Then what is the meaning of pneumatic? And next come to the another 2 concept is what is motor, what is the applications of motors, what are different types of motors, what is the advantages of motors, and last concept is different types of pump, what is pump, then what is the application of that, what is the advantage of that, then what is the difference between hydraulics and pneumatics, then what is the difference between motors and pumps. So this is one of the very easiest and one of the very interesting and very important model for you people. Anyhow, after the completion of this semester you will become an engineer. Okay, if you after the completion you can attend any interviews, you can go for any companies, they may ask regarding this whatever the topics we are going to discussing from the today onwards. You have to concentrate and you have to attend regularly classes. Okay, I will come to the topic. I don't want to waste much time. Okay, very short time will be there, so I will come with the topic. Before discussing directly the hydraulic machine is what, pneumatic system is what, before discussing that, the very important role, very important concept, very important thing will be there, that is we need to discuss today. That is I think in the slide it is very clearly appear, yes or no, in red color I mentioned fluid. Okay, this is very important, this is really very important. Without fluid we can't do the whatever the hydraulics and pneumatic system will not work. So fluid is very important. So already you have studied in the fluid mechanics subject will be there in the 4th semester mechanical students. Okay, in the 4th semester you have studied everything about the fluid. Still we have to basic concept, just you have to recall it, then only you will get the some ideas about that, because 2 years back you have studied, maybe few of them are forgot also. Okay, don't worry about that. So what are the which are the things are needed for you, for the not fully depth, at least briefly you have to understand that concept. I will discuss in the while discussing the concept also, basic things also I will would like to discuss. And very first thing we have to discuss is we have to understand this fluid. What is fluid? The first definition is fluid. Okay, so means everyone mind, if I say the fluid, I think everyone means 90% of the students mind the fluid means concept will arise, it's liquid, maybe it is a water or it may be oil, this kind of things will comes to the mind. Fluid means it is not a liquid, it is related to the gas as well as liquids. Please remember it, fluid is not related to the liquid, fluid is the combination of liquid as well as the gas. So this we called as a fluid, means just this one meaning of the things, means you can remember it very easily, understand the concept is very easily. So fluid is a substance which undergo deformation under the action of shearing forces. Okay, hello Ratan, hello Ratan, good morning. Sorry for the this one because your fan has been joined. Okay, I'll continue the slide. A fluid is a substance, everyone knows that a fluid is a substance.
We also agree.
Hello, hello. Okay, good morning. Okay, please mute your whatever the speaker. Okay, mute it, just you have to listen. Okay, fluid is a substance which undergo deformation under the action of shearing force. Very important concept is there, just you have to clearly understand this shearing force. Okay, we have heard stresses, we are going to heard, and forces also going to be heard. Maybe you are studied in the mechanics of materials, maybe strength of materials, stress, strain, shear stress, some forces. Okay, which undergo deformation under the action of shearing force. If the fluid is moving, what is the meaning of that? Deformation. Deformation in the sense we know that we are going to be, it's changing the whatever the phase. Okay, under the action of shearing force means fluid is moving from one place to another place. Okay, the fluid movement is taken place, it taking means it indicates that the shearing force is going to be action, means it's going to be acting, which undergoes the deformation under the action of the shearing forces. I hope you clearly understand the fluid. Is it not? Are you understanding the fluid definition? Yes. Fluids are shapeless. Even take the solids and all, we can easily say that you can go and get the circular shape of that material, or square of that material, or pentagonal of that material, means that shape you will mention and you will tell him to get that material, that shape of that. But fluids Please remember it. Fluids don't have any shape. You could not say that one person to go and get the circular water, go and get the circular oil or something square oil, pentagon oil, and because whatever the fluids, it may be a liquid, it may be a gas, they don't have the shape. Is a very important part and very important thing also, important fact you have to understand. Fluids are shapeless and do not register for being shared. Okay, do not register for being shared. Okay, sharing is there because we can't able to register, because fluid is means it is having a properties that is a sharing properties there. So fluids, these are the basic concept of the fluids, we have to understand that. Okay, and next line will be there in the, you can able to see the images slide. Fluids are viscous. In the inside the bracket I mentioned in the blue color, all fluids are having viscous property. This is very important. This concept already we have studied in the maybe we have studied in the fluid mechanics top subject is there. Different types of fluids are also there. What are the different types of fluids? Maybe just I will recall that, just I will remember that: ideal fluid, real fluid, Newtonian fluid, non-Newtonian fluid, compressible fluid, and non-compressible fluids. These are the different types of fluids already we have studied in the fluid mechanics subject. We don't want to study again deftly, but at least we have to remember it briefly. We have to study it because this is a very important concept. Before discussing the hydraulics and pneumatics, we have to study about the fluids. And also fluids having a different flow also. Each and not even say all the fluids are don't have a same viscosity, same fluid flow. Different, all the different fluids are having a different viscosity and different fluid flow. Then we'll come to know that what are the different types of fluid flow are there. I would like to explain steady and unsteady flow. Already we have studied in the fluid mechanics. And second is linear and turbulence flow. And third one is compressible and incompressible. And fourth one is rotational flow as well as irrotational flow. And fifth one is 1, 2 or 3 dimensional flow also there. So these what I'm going to mentioning, these are the types of fluid flow. Don't confuse in the types of fluids and types of fluid flow. Types of fluids: ideal, real, Newtonian, non-Newtonian, and finally is compressible and incompressible fluids. And types of fluids flow such as steady, unsteady, linear, non-linear, compressible, incompressible, rotational, irrotational. So these are the concepts why I am discussing, because you people have to remember it, because very important. Maybe after the completion of engineering, if you given means if you are attending the interviews, maybe in the interview they may ask about the fluids properties. What are the properties of fluids? Mass, volume, density, viscosity, dynamic viscosity, dynamic. Yes sir. These are the parameters. These are the properties are very very important to the fluid mechanics study. What we are going to study in the fluid mechanics is very important, especially for the thermal field. It's a very very important. If you without know the properties, without know the types of fluids, without know the types of fluid flow, you can't able to do, you can't able to work also. So at least we have the basic knowledge of that, then you will able to implement that whatever the techniques, and you will sure about the concept, then you can do the anything in your projects, maybe organ working place or something. Okay, it's good for you only. Then one more thing, in the inside the first slide only I mentioned, example, honey has a high viscosity than the water. Okay, this is very important because number of liquid numbers, many different types of liquids are there. You can, for example, lemon juice or water, oil, honey, different having a viscosity. For example, one I am giving, honey has a high viscosity than water. Okay, just I would like to say that honey is having a 10,000 centipoise. It's under the room temperature. Maybe you can consider 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degree Celsius temperature. Then everyone might say, what is the water viscosity? Water viscosity is, I can able to say that it is nearly 1 centipoise. Okay, just you have to remember Where is the 175? Then where is the 1075? Viscosity means we have to understand that. What do you mean by viscosity? Viscosity is a fluid flow resistance to the one layer of the fluid to the another layer of the adjacent layer of the fluids. One layer of fluid to the another adjacent layer of the fluid. Okay, it is very important property of the viscosity. Viscosity is very important role in the hydraulics and pneumatics. Okay, because of that reason I am discussing the fluid. What is the definition of fluid? Then what is the properties of fluids? Okay, then how we are going to be types of fluids are there? What are the different types of fluid flow are there? That I am going to concept I am discussing in the very basic concept I am going to discussing the very neatly with as well as the very I am going to preparing the slide also very you can able to see the slides very nicely also. Hello, 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 my dear students.
Yes, sir.
Hello, please. Hello, mute your sound. What is that? Huh? Should not do like that. Huh? Intentionally don't do like that. Okay, it's not good. Okay, don't disturb to others. Are you understanding the concept today? The first slide. Hello, please reply anyone if you understand or not. If you are not understanding, then I'll go for the next topic. Otherwise, I'll explain once again. Hello, please reply me. Are you understand? Hello.
Yeah, sir. Understood, sir.
Mantesh, understand, no? I think very simple
Understand.
concept. Already you are studying in the fourth semester. Okay. Shall I go for next model? Next slide.
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Are you able to appear this? Are you able to? Are you can able to see this image? Second slide. Mantesh. Categories of fluids are there. Hello. Hello. Anyone can reply me? Are you able to see the image? Second slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ratan. Okay. Categories of fluids are you can able to see now. Okay. Muted. Okay. Muted. I will continue. Okay. Categories of fluids are very important. Okay. Today what we are going to discussing this is the introduction part of the hydraulics and pneumatics. Very important because how the working principles, system, how it works, applications, everything is very important. Very means you can understand the next class. But thing is that all the concept if you want to understand, you have to understand the today class. This is very important. How are you going to categorize the fluids? We are going to be categorized. There are two types. Generally, there are two types of fluids. The first one is liquid, and second one is gas. Okay. Now I think you hope clearly understand what is actually fluids. Fluids means it is both things will be there. Liquid also will be there, as well as gas is also will be there. Okay. Come to the point. The first slide. This slide I am going to discussing only liquid. Next slide I am going to explain the gas. Liquids are incompressible in nature. This is very important. This sentence is there, no? This sentence is there, no? I mentioned in with a red color. Incompressible. You have to understand that concept of that. Liquid in the maybe in their interview they may ask. I'm not sure of that. They may ask about the liquid. If the liquid concept will comes, definitely they will ask. Liquid is a what you can call it is a Vinayak. Vinayak is also joined. Okay, 1 minute. Sorry for the stopping that. Okay. Hello Vinayak. Okay. So maybe they will ask about when the liquid topic comes on. Definitely they will ask about the liquid is a compressible or uncompressible. In that time maybe you will get a confusion because if you not clear the concept, definitely you will ask in the wrong answer. Maybe sometimes, not everyone, few of them. Please, I mentioned very short and clearly. Liquids are incompressible in nature. Generally, we are using that this word is incompressible. Sometimes maybe they will ask tricky questions to you people. How come it is incompressible? I can say that I am proof that liquid is also compressible. Yes, obviously liquid is we are mentioning incompressible, but actually liquid also possible to compressible. But that is very less percentage of the compressible it is happened. Because of that reason, we are going to be neglecting the whatever the compressible. That's what we are going to clearly we are telling that liquids are incompressible in nature. The compressible point I will discuss in the next slide. Just you have to remember, liquid is having a incompressible in nature. This point is clear? Yes. We'll go for the next point. Hydraulic is means hydraulic system is, you know, whatever the liquids are going to be used, where the liquids are going to be used, transmit the power is a hydraulic system. Now we are coming to the from the basic to the hydraulic system. Now we came here. Yes or no? Means we are clear that hydraulic system is we are going to use liquids. Liquids are incompressible nature. Next point is hydraulic system use liquids like water and oil, and these are the liquids we are going to use to transmit power. And very first next question will arise, then what about the pneumatic? Pneumatic system as well as hydraulic system we are going to be used. Okay, the result of hydraulic system and pneumatic system, or the conclusion of the pneumatic system or hydraulic system is a transmit power. But thing is that what substance we are going to use and producing the transformer, what are going to things we are substance we are going to use and transmit the power is very important, because in the hydraulic system we are going to use liquids like water and oil. In a pneumatic we are going to use the air or gas. Okay, I'll come to the next topic. You will clearly understand. I hope you understand clearly this slide. Mantesh, anyone reply me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay, shall I go for shall I go next slide?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Are you able to appear this slide? Third slide. Categorization of fluids is there. Only three concepts is there. Gases are compressible in nature. Means whatever the pneumatics. Okay. What we are going to discussing, the liquids and gases we are going to discussing. Liquids are incompressible. Gases are compressible in nature. Very important this is. We have to understand what is compressible, what is incompressible, how the gases are compressible. You have to see and you have to read it, you have to understand that. Then how the liquids are incompressible, you have to practically you have to understand it, then you will understand. Because of that concept understanding, next slide I am going to be discussing you people, don't worry about that. Okay, the second point is pneumatic is gas, means where we are going to use the gas and transmit the power. Okay, where we are going to use the gas or air transmit the power, this system is called as a pneumatic system. I hope clearly understand. Very simple concept and clearly very no not use any extra words also. I'm very shortly I'm using, because you people have to understand the concept and clear the concept is enough without taking the much time. Okay, the third point is where pneumatic system use air or gas used to transmit the power, this system we call as a pneumatic system. So I hope you understand this slide also. Mantesh,
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
shall I go for next topic?
Okay, sir.
Okay, because I think already you have studied this. It means few of them are know that, because few of them maximum students are don't know also. Diagram of compressible and incompressible, because just you have to see here compressible and incompressible flow, because it is very important. Okay, here mentioning the diagram you can able to see the image clearly. No, first two are incompressible fluids are there, and second is two diagrams are there, that is the images, that is the compressible fluids are there. The difference of these four images, first two are very similar. There is no change in the first two, because P1 V1 is there, P2 V2 is there. P1 means the first the image indicate is having a pressure as well as V1 volume. Okay, if you apply the pressure as a P2, there is no change in the V2, means volume is not going to be changed. If you applying the pressure, there is not going to be change the volume. For example, if you take a 1 liter of water in a glass, okay, if you take one more component and press it, okay, compress it, apply the pressure it, that 1 liter of water will be, it is always apply the pressing also 1 liter, before the pressing also 1 liter. Okay, next come to the gas, means that we whatever the water we, it is 1 liter is there, that we call as a incompressible fluids, means there is very small amount of compressible will be there, that we are going to be not mentioning here, we are going to be neglecting. Because of that reason, the fluids, whatever liquids, are called as a incompressible fluids. And come to the second diagram, compressible fluid means, just you have to imagine the first diagram will be there. The first image is P1 V1 is there. Again you just you have to imagine beside that image one more image is there, that is a P2 V2. Means if you apply the pressure, what will happen? The volume is going to be reducing. If you compressing happen, what will happen? The volume is become a lesser than the big initial. Means what it indicates? Compressible fluids are gases. Why it is happened? What is the reason behind this? Reason is there because incompressible fluid means liquids. Now I am talking about only liquid. Liquids, atoms or molecules are having a intermolecules are having a cohesive property. Okay, cohesive means it is going to be packed togetherly. There is no space between the one water molecule to the other molecule. Means not only the water, it going to be, it may be a oil, it may be a honey, it may be a lemon juice or liquid. Totally I'm talking about liquid. Liquids having a molecules or atoms that having a very closely packed, because of that the cohesive property. Okay, cohesive property. And when it comes to the compressible fluid, gases are having a for example, gases, they don't have a property of same like a liquid, because atoms or whatever the particles are there, no, gas particles, they will be freely suspended. Means they are not contact each other to the one molecule to the another molecule, gas molecules, because they have some gap will be there. We can't say where the, means it is not going to be packed one over the other, because of that this is called as a, whatever the cohesive properties there, no, that will be not there in this gas. Because of that reason, what will happen? If you apply the pressure, what will happen? This gas molecule will be compress each other. Then again that molecules come and overlap one over the other because of the applying pressure. Okay, because of this concept behind, the reason behind, I am going to be explaining today the diagram of compressible and incompressible. The first image is liquid and second image is a gas. Means that's what incompressible fluid and compressible fluid. I hope you clearly understand this slide also. Hello?
Sir.
Understanding, no? This slide also understanding. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Shall I go for next topic? Next slide. Next slide is very important slide and very important concept. Okay. So, functions of hydraulic fluids. What we are going to use the fluids, what we are the basic concept we are going to discussing, liquids as well as the gases. And before that, we have to understand the function of hydraulic fluids. Okay, hydraulic fluids. First point is to transmit the power. The first thing is, very first point is, why we are using, or what is the function of hydraulic fluids? The main is that we need to transfer the power. When we need to transmit the power, it may be from the liquid, it may be from the gas. Okay, that's what I mentioned, hydraulic fluids. Okay, the main thing is, main point is transmit the power. This function for which we are going to use the hydraulic fluids. Okay, next thing is, hello, please don't disturb the class. Please mute yourself. Something noise is coming. Please mute. Hello, who is that? Hello, who's that? Ningappa? Hello, please mute yourself. Mute your background sound is coming. Background sound is coming, please. Hello, my dear students, listen to me. Hello, please don't disturb the class. Okay. Second point. Second point. Hello, what is this? Should not happen like this, no. Well, we are taking the classes, very short time is there. Huh? Who's that? Please use common sense, no. Huh? Okay. Anyway, coming to the second point. Functions of the hydraulic fluids to lubricate the reciprocating and rotating parts. Okay. So very important function is that of the fluids we are using lubricate the reciprocating the rotating parts. We use the fluids in the form of lubricate to reciprocating as well as the rotating parts. Okay, everyone knows this because in the automobiles, power transmission systems, we are going to use the reciprocating and rotating parts to lubricate. Hello, who's that? Please mute yourself. No, hello, hello. My request is, students, everyone, please mute it. Few of them are hello unmuted. Please mute it. It is disturbing the whole class. Okay, should not do like this. Okay, come to the point. Act as a seal for the clearance between the reciprocating parts. This is very important because we have studied in the whatever the automobiles subject we have, means in that main heart of the engine is piston. Yes or no? Heart of the engine is piston. The piston is continuously moving inside the cylinder. We know that we are having one doubt is that it's directly contacting each of the piston cylinder. No, actually between the cylinder and piston small gap is there, that we call as a clearance. That word we are going to use, that clearance. That how you going to fill that, how you going to piston is going to move very smoothly without touching the cylinder because of the seal. Because of the seal, in the sense between the fluid between the cylinder and piston we are using a fluid. That fluid is act as a seal. Okay, then it fill the clear and whatever the gap is there, fill it. Then it is very help to the smooth piston to and fro motion. It is a very important role of the act as a seal for the clearance between the reciprocating parts. Clear? One example I given, piston and cylinder. And fourth one point, function of the hydraulic fluids, act as a dissipator of heat. Act as a dissipator of heat means it is going to be absorbing heat. If it is for the lubricant purpose we are going to use it, means it is maintaining the whatever the parts should not friction each other, because avoiding the friction, for that purpose we are going to use the fluids. And very important that act as a dissipator of heat, because the high speed of the parts movement is very high, then obviously few percentage of friction will be there. Because of this, that reason maybe the forming of heat will be there, but the fluid, hydraulic fluids, going to be absorbing that heat, and this is a dissipator of the heat. This is a very important point. I hope you understand clearly, everyone. I think all the 5 to 6 slides we have discussed the basic concept and introduction of the hydraulics and pneumatic concept. Yes or no? I hope you clearly understand, everyone. Hello, hello my dear students, reply me. Are you understanding, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very short means tomorrow onwards, as for the timetable, please everyone understand. Those who are attending the today class, thanks for that. Okay. If you not understand, please contact me in WhatsApp as well as call me. Okay. Anytime you can, no problem. Okay. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Please, you have to contact me. Okay. Thanks for attending the classes. Okay. Hello, Mantesh. Everyone.